going, man? This is awesome. I got my other phone here and everything. We're good. This vertical live is new for me, bro. So this is interesting. I was like freaking out at first because I'm like, bro, I've never done the vertical live. I've always just had it set up normal. So yeah, man. But this is cool because maybe you could see me a little bit better than normally when I do my live streams at night. So. But yeah, man, sending everybody out there peace and love, man.
I'm back.
Love and light.
So testing. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you good.
Right.
I had
Let's
to
see.
I had to put a little shave on today. I just to feel real good. I don't know. Sometimes it's just time, and it was just time. So yeah, man. Just man, though, sending everybody love out there, bro. We'll be having some people come in soon. We're just getting started up in here. So, but yeah, this is from the West Coast to Denmark over
Denmark.
there, man. How's the
Great.
connection? Am I lagging? Is it pretty decent?
Yeah. Um, it's coming in great. Except I was about to drop my phone there, but it's coming in great.
Nice, nice. Yeah, man. This is awesome. It's good to just vibe for a second, and send some positive energy out there, bro. Uh I think that's really important, kind of, to get it rolling right. We want to just send that love and light of our infinite Creator, and how Ra likes to communicate, with love and light. So that's what we got going on. And yeah, I've been just working on getting myself together in different ways. So it's been a nice few days off. Spent the first bit resting, and now I'm rested up. I ate some food. I'm good. So yeah, man, I'm happy to be here with
Me
everyone,
too.
man, and I can't wait to get more into this. Cause man, this is what 100 and let's see, 100 and what? Like 106 sessions. This Law of One.
So could I start with
This
doing a
raw
prayer?
material. So yeah,
Let's
we're gonna
pray
do
to let's pray to
session.
Jesus Christ together. That
Yeah,
I'll just do a prayer for all people here now who are joining. Jesus Christ, Father in heaven, the one infinite Creator. We pray that this live stream we hold now will just be in your atmosphere, that we're going to read this law one session together, and we will be in your rhythm and in your presence. For the people who join, God bless them, and let's begin.
yeah. Let's
Session 4,
begin,
law one
man.
material.
Let's
In
do
the name
it.
of
Much
Christ.
love,
Amen.
everyone. Much love. Sending love and light, man. We got this session 4, kicking off January 22nd of 1981. So this raw material, this contact comes from quite a while ago now. So this is really really amazing content to be going over. And we will start off here. I am Ra. I greet you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. I communicate now.
Finishing the last session, I had asked a question that was too long to answer. I had to do with the shape of the pyramid and its relationship to the initiation. Is this an appropriate time to ask this question?
I am Ra. Yes, this is an appropriate time space to ask that question. Did your everything freeze? Yo, I think your connection like froze, yo. That's unless it just did on my end. What happened to your connection, bro? My end appears to be good. What's going on? What's going on, yo? All right, we're having some technical difficulty. All
I think
right.
we're back. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
I was
I think
just
we're
being
back
cut
now.
off.
All right, all right. You know,
I was
that's
being
that's
cut
how it
off.
goes when you communicate with the love and the light of our infinite Creator, man.
Wow.
So,
Let's
all
try again.
right, we back, we
People, please
back.
comment
So,
in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Then let me know, and I will
yeah,
continue.
and I can hear you. So,
All right.
I'll back up here. I am raw. Yes, this is an appropriate time space to ask that question.
Question: does the shape of the pyramid have effect upon the initiation?
I am raw. As we began the last session, question, you have already recorded in your individual memory complex that the first use of the shape having to do with the body complex initiation. The initiation of spirit was a more carefully designed type of initiation as regards to time space ratios about which the entity to be initiated found itself. If you will picture with me the side of a so called pyramid shape and mentally imagine this triangle cut into four equal triangles, you will find the intersection of the triangle, which is at the first level on each of the four sides, forms a diamond in a plane which is horizontal. The middle of this plane is the appropriate place for the intersection of the energies streaming from the infinite dimension and the mind body spirit complexes of various interwoven energy fields. Thus, it was designed that the one to be initiated would, by mind, be able to perceive and then channel this, shall we say, gateway to intelligent infinity. This then was the second point of designing the specific shape. May we provide a further description of any kind to your query?
A question. As I understand it, then the initiate was to be on the center line of the pyramid, but at an altitude above the base as defined by the intersection of the four triangles made by dividing each side into four triangles. Is that correct?
This is correct.
Question. Then at this point, there's a focusing of energy that is extra dimensional in respect to our dimensions. Am I correct?
You may use that vibratory sound complex. However, it is not totally and specifically correct as there are no extra dimensions. We would prefer the use of the term multi dimensions.
Continue.
Questioner.
Isn't people at this time whose purity is already so
I'm sorry, we're at 4-5 now.
for five? Okay. Oh, so when I was printing this on the machine, it didn't allow me to. I mean, it was not correcting completely. So now I'm at 4.9 with the question.
Okay, 4-5 questioner is the size of the pyramid of function and effectiveness of the initiation. And then Ra, I am Ra. Each size pyramid has its own point of streaming
Wait, 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 wait,
and
wait. Where are you
of
reading from? Which verse?
uh 4-5 Ra.
4:5. Try to read from 4:9, or I'll ask the question 4:9.
Well,
4:9.
I'm just reading what you don't have because I'm just reading it straight off the
Okay,
source.
awesome.
Uh, so yeah, I am Ra. Each size pyramid has its own point of streaming and of intelligent infinity. Thus, a tiny pyramid that can be placed below a body or above a body will have specific and various effects depending upon the placement of the body in relationship to the entrance point of intelligent infinity. For the purposes of initiation, the size needed to be large enough to create the expression of towering size so that the entrance point of multi-dimensional intelligent infinity would completely pervade and fill the channel, the entire body being able to rest in this focused area. Furthermore, it was necessary for healing purposes that both channel and the one to be healed be able to rest within that focused point. 4.6 Questioner. Is the large pyramid at Giza still usable for this purpose, or is it no longer functioning? I am Ra. That, like many other pyramid structures, is like the piano out of tune. It, as this instrument would express, plays the tune, but oh so poorly. The disharmony jangles the sensitive. Only the ghost of the streaming still remains due to the shifting of the streaming points, which is in turn due to the shifting electromagnetic field of your planet, due also to the discordant vibratory complexes of those who have used the initiatory and healing place for less compassionate purposes. 4-7 Questioner. Would it be possible to build a pyramid and properly align it and use it today with materials we have available? I am Ra. It is quite possible for you to build a pyramid structure. The material used is not critical, merely the ratios of time space complexes. However, the use of the structure for initiation and healing depends completely upon the inner disciplines of the channels attempting such work. 4.8 Questioner. My question then would be, are there individuals incarnate upon the planet today who would have the necessary inner disciplines to, using your instructions, construct and initiate in a pyramid they built and then possibly do it again? Is this within limits of what anyone can do on this planet today? Or is there no one available for this? I am Ra. There are people, as you call them, who are able to take this calling at this nexus. However, we wish to point out once again that the time of the pyramids, as you would call it, is past. It is indeed a timeless structure. However, the streamings from the universe were, at the time we attempted to aid this planet, those which required a certain understanding of purity. This understanding has, as the streamings revolve and all things evolve, changed to a more enlightened view of purity. Thus, there are those among your people at this time whose purity is already one with intelligent infinity. Without the use of structures, the healer patient can gain healing. May we further speak to some specific point?
Question: is it possible for you to instruct healing techniques if we could make available these individuals that have the native ability? Can we swift after that Ra? Then I'll be Ra after that.
Yeah, I am raw. It is possible. We must add that many systems of teach learning, the healing patient nexus. Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, okay, I am on the right. Sorry, I was just making sure. Um, are proper given various mind body spirit complexes. We ask your imagination to consider the relative simplicity of the mind and the earlier cycle and the less distorted but often overly complex views and thought spirit processes of the same mind body spirit complexes. After many incarnations, we also ask your imagination to conceive of those who have chosen the distortion of service and have removed their mind body spirit complexes from one dimension to another, thus bringing with them and sometimes totally latent form many skills and understandings which more closely match the distortions of the healing patient process.
A question: I would very much like to continue investigation into the possibility of this healing process, but I'm a little lost as to where to begin. Can you tell me what my first step would be?
I am raw. I cannot tell you what to ask. I may suggest that you consider the somewhat complex information just given and thus discover several avenues of inquiry. There is one health, as you call it, in your polarized environment, but there are several significantly various distortions of types of mind body spirit complexes. Each type must pursue its own learned teaching in this area.
Question. All right. Would you do the question?
Yeah, yeah.
And 2 seconds, guys.
Yeah. Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love, everyone. What we got going on here, man? All right. I'm just seeing what we got up in the comments, yo. How y'all liking this Law of One, man? This is some really, really good material, man. Does anybody out here know who Ra is? You know, man, some really, really good
Right. We're back.
material. So
Yeah, this is
I'll
just law
just,
one material, and we also do like biblical things, But today is Ra, the sun god.
yeah,
Let's go.
it's,
So let's go to 410. Oh wait,
yeah,
four. Was
I'm
it
at,
411?
we're at a 411, yeah.
Yeah, 411. Yeah.
Uh, I would assume that the first step would be to find an individual with ability brought with him into this incarnation. Is this correct?
I am Ra. This is correct.
Once I have selected an individual to perform healing, It would be helpful to receive instruction from you. Is this possible?
I am Ra. This is possible given to the distortions of vibratory sound complexes.
I'm assuming then that the selected individual would necessarily be one who was very much in harmony with the law of one, though he may not have any intellectual understanding of it. He should be living the law of one. Is this correct?
Um, I am Ra. So I think this is right. Probably no. Okay, when I was printing this out, now I'm at, I think,
Yeah, we're at 413.
yeah, here I'm at 417 all of a sudden. So maybe you should continue
Dang,
and
that printer went all kinds of crazy.
yeah. So I just get the book instead of that material, in a book form. I printed
So,
this out. So, but can you
yeah,
continue and just
he
I'll
should be
catch up later.
living the law of one. Is this correct? I am raw. This is both correct and incorrect. The first case, that being correctness, would apply to one such as the questionnaire itself, who has the distortion towards healing, as you call it. The incorrectness which shall be observed is the healing of those whose activities in your space time illusion do not reflect the law of one, but whose ability has found its pathway to intelligent infinity, regardless of the plane of existence from which this distortion is found. 414. Aside, Jim, do you understand? I'm a little confused. I partially understood you. I'm not sure that I fully understood you. Could you restate that in any way? Ra. I can restate that in many ways. Given this instrument's knowledge of your vibratory sound complexes, I will strive for a shorter distortion at this time. Two kinds there are who can heal. Those such as yourself who, having the innate distortion towards knowledge given of the law of one, can heal but do not. And those who, having the same knowledge but showing no significant distortion consciously towards the law of one and mind, body, spirit, or I'm sorry, mind, body, or spirit, yet and nevertheless have opened a channel to the same ability. The point being that there are those who, without proper training, shall we say, nevertheless heal. It is a further item of interest of those whose life does not equal their work may find some difficulty in absorbing the energy of intelligent infinity and thus become quite distorted in such a way as to cause disharmony in themselves and others, and perhaps even find it necessary to cease the healing activity. Therefore, those of the first type, those who seek to serve and are willing to be trained in thought, word, and action, are those who will be able to comfortably maintain the distortion towards service in the area of healing. 415 questioner. Grab a little drink, y'all. Much love, much love. So these are little short things, and then we're back to 417, which is where you'll be at. So the question, er, then would it be possible for you to train us in healing practice? I am Ra. It is possible. Will you train us? We will. 417 questioner. Do you want to read that part?
Yes, please. Let me just go back. So wait, was it what?
I think you said that the printing of this came back at 417.
Four. Yeah, I mean 418. I think. So if you could go all the way to 418 and do the question, and I'll do the raw here.
Okay,
And
yeah. So I have no idea of how long this would take, or if you can ever tell anything about that. Is it possible for you to give me a a synopsis of the program of training required? I have no knowledge of what questions to ask at this point. I'll ask that question in the hopes that it makes sense. I am Ra. We consider your request for information, for as you noted, there are a significant number of vibratory sound complexes which can be used and sequenced to train the healer. The synopsis is a very appropriate entry that you might understand what is involved. Firstly, the mind must be known to itself. This is perhaps the most demanding part of healing work. If the mind knows itself, then the most important aspect of healing has occurred. For consciousness is the
microcosm.
microcosm of the law of one. The second part has to do with the disciplines of the body complexes. In the streamings reaching your planet at this time, these understandings and disciplines have to do with the balance between love and wisdom in the use of the body and its natural functions. The third area is the spiritual, and in this area, the first two disciplines are connected through the attainment of contact with intelligent infinity. 418 questioner. Much love, everyone, and no, we are both straight and long time single now. Been focused on this type
Well,
of stuff and inner work, being ourself, man. This is from the West Coast to Denmark.
yeah, all the way from
So
Denmark.
yeah,
So hello guys. So let's continue. You'll be the questioner, and I'll be raw now.
yeah, or the other way around. Give me a little break, cause that
Okay, I can be the questioner.
yeah, yeah.
I believe I have some idea of the accomplishment, a little idea anyway, of the accomplishment of the first step. Can you elaborate the steps? The other two steps I'm not at all familiar with.
I am raw. Imagine the body. Imagine the more dense aspects of the body. Proceed therefrom to the very finest knowledge of energy pathways which revolve and cause the body to be energized. Understand that all natural functions of the body have all aspects from dense to fine and can be transmuted to what you may call sacramental. This is a brief investigation of the second area. To speak to the third, imagine, if you will, the function of the magnet. The magnet has two poles. One reaches up, the other goes down. The function of the spirit is to integrate the upreaching yearning of the mind body energy with the downpouring and streaming of infinite intelligence. This is a brief expla- explication of the third area.
Question. Then would this training program involve specific things to do, specific instructions and exercises?
I am Ra. We are not at this time incarnate among your peoples. Thus we can guide and attempt to
Specify.
specify, sorry, but cannot by example show. This is an handicap. However, there should indeed be fairly specific exercises of mind, body, and spirit during the teach learning process we offer. It is to be once again iterated that healing is but one distortion of the law of one. To reach an undistorted understanding of that law, it is not necessary to heal or indeed to show any manifestation, but only to exercise the disciplines of understanding. We would ask that one or two more questions be the ending of this session.
All right. Then which now? Which verse?
Oh, 420.
Oh, I don't have that. This printing thing was
Really?
just bad. It was bad. So I have 419 and 423. That's all. I should get the book. Let's order the book on Amazon. No.
Right? Or if you just had a second device, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Then
just get the right words.
because
So
right up on here, the lawofone.info, what we're saying. This
yo,
the
so
this it's the
go for it.
website. But yeah, so 420 questioner. My objective is primarily to discover more of the law of one, and it would be very helpful to discover techniques of healing. I am aware of your problem with respect to free will. Can you make you cannot make suggestions, so I will ask you if you can state the law of one and the laws of healing to me. I am Ra. The law of one, though beyond the limitations of name, as you call vibratory sound complexes, may be approximated by stating that all things are one, that there is no polarity, no right or wrong, no disharmony, but only identity. All is one, and that one is love, light, light, love, the infinite creator. One of the primal distortions of the law of one is that of healing. Healing occurs when a mind body spirit complex realizes deep within itself the law of one, that is, that there is no disharmony, no imperfection, that all is complete and whole and perfect. Thus, the intelligent infinity within this mind body spirit complex reforms the illusion of body, mind, or spirit to a form congruent with the law of one. The healer acts as energizer or catalyst for this completely individual process. One item which may be of interest is that a healer asking to learn must take the distortion understood as responsibility for that ask receiving, thus healing. This is an honor duty which must be carefully considered and free will before the asking. You have 421?
No, I have 423.
Nice.
The
I
last thing.
assume, right? I assume that we should continue tomorrow. I am
Good
raw.
idea.
Your assumption is correct unless you feel that a certain question is necessary. This instrument is best nurtured by approximately this length of work. One short question. Is this instrument capable of two of these sessions per day, or should we remain with one? I am raw. This instrument is capable of two sessions a day. However, she must be encouraged to keep her bodily complex strong by the ingestion of your foodstuffs to an extent which exceeds this instrument's normal intake of your foodstuffs. This due to the physical material which we use to speak. Further, this instrument's activities must be monitored to prevent overactivity, for this activity is equivalent to a strenuous working on the physical level. If these ab- abdominations are considered, the two sessions would be possible. We do not wish to deplete this instrument.
Question. Thank you, Ra.
I am Ra. I leave you in the love and the light of the one infinite intelligence, which is the Creator.
Go forth
Go
and
forth,
rejoice
rejoicing in the power and the
in the peace
peace
of the one
of the one, man. That's
Adonai.
why I always say, man, sending y'all peace and love
Awesome.
and light, or
So
light and love.
let me just hold a prayer. Thank you to
And
God for
that's,
having us reading this new type of scriptures. For me, it also ties together with the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Holy Scriptures. Um, so it's beautiful. Thank you, God, and that was a blessing.
yeah. And for me, the Bible and the Quran, the Quran really focused on our infinite creator. And so yeah, I dig it, and not only that, I mean, I love that. There's so much behind this, man. This is a 106 sessions in the Law of One. This was just session four. What I mean? It took us almost 40
Yeah, there will
minutes.
be 100 sessions, right? Interesting.
Yeah, 106 on there, and yeah, this is what's behind the building of the pyramids. That was in my previous session that I already recorded live for y'all. So yeah, you can all check that out too. The Law of One session 2. I need to do one for 3. But yeah, I mean, I've read up to like probably about like 20 something of these sessions. Uh, and so I cannot wait to myself get through all of them. But I have watched you know pretty much all of David Wilcock, like all of his content, and he has went over a lot of what's in the Law of One, because David Wilcock himself has studied the Law of One for a really long time. And that's how I first found out about it years ago, from David Wilcock. So yeah, it's some good stuff. I love it. David has so much knowledge about just everything. Like, if you check out all of his content, it's gonna take you years. I've done it, so yeah, it's like there's so much information that I've learned, and the healing that has came from it, and really just being able to deal with things, for the most part, in different ways, with responding with love and light, even when people just try to tear you down. And I mean, it's easy to lose your cool, but it's focus on growing, not uh, being able to shut off the hate that might come up, or the misunderstanding and everything. Like, man, there's so much to spirituality, man. Having That's why I chose to live out here like this. Um, and I'm paying off my land, 2.5 acres of land, that I can build some stuff on and camp on and whatnot. But anyways, I'm just very, very thankful for leaving. When I first, so this was years ago, when I first started learning about ascension, fourth density consciousness, this Christ consciousness, finding Christ within yourself, finding the one infinite creator within yourself. That's when life really has started to change, and been a session of growth. It's had different chapters and whatnot, and different so many different trials, and so many different tests, and lots of intuition, lots of synchronicity, lots of confirmation, lots and lots of confirmation that what I've been on now for almost 10 years now, since 2017. And even it's funny that some of the more recent studies that I've done has led back to numerology, which I first learned about numerology in 2013, when I met a messenger. Like, dude was the real deal, man. Like, could speak and write Hebrew, like, was some very, very eye-opening stuff when I was 19 years old, that I got to experience learning about. And numerology was one of them. But yeah, man, numbers are deep, man. I always like to, every once in a while, and not in every video, but here and there, remind everybody to look into some different numerology, and find your life path numbers. See if that makes sense to you when you find, you know, what numbers tell you about yourself through work in numerology, and And for me, man, it's pretty on point. So, I've
Awesome.
always been a knowledge seeker, since I was a little kid, bro. And like I was born into this world knowing things that I can't really explain me knowing. 'Cause I was just a kid. There's no reason that like some of the stuff it wasn't even
Me too.
stuff that I've heard in this life. It was
Me too.
probably stuff I heard in our previous life. You know what I'm saying? Because reincarnation is very real, man, and it's a amazing time that we're in right now, man. This 2026 with so much happening with full disclosure finally. They finally done released them files. You know what I'm talking about? And not, they're starting to release them all. It's coming out. No matter who it throws into the spotlight. It's got to come out. The truth will prevail.
Definitely. Could I
So
ask a question quickly?
what's oh yeah, man, man, do your thing. What's good, man? I'm just chilling, just excited about just everything, man. It's been
I was wondering, could I share my vision here on this platform right now?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Awesome, man.
That'd be cool. That'd be
All right.
cool. Cause yeah, this is a connection from the West Coast right here, all the way to Denmark right there. Like we're
So
making it happen in two different countries, man. Shout out to Discord. My Discord is linked on my platform here. So you know what I'm saying? You can chop it up on the Discord if you want, man, bounce some ideas around, type of thing. I'm trying to set up a off-grid community too. That is one thing
just
gotta
awesome.
mention
Can I
because I,
can I
I
ask the audience? Can you please comment if you can comment if you wanna just say yes if you wanna hear this vision, and I will tell and I will start telling this vision now. Just say yes so I can see you're not a robot.
right? I know, yeah. Hopefully our comments are still working. I just had to remove that one because it was not true. Well, I am not gay, so I had to just go ahead and remove that because that's not what I am. So I don't know why people be asking that, man. But I definitely wanna hear it up on here for everyone, man. Hopefully our comments are still working. And man, sending y'all much love, man, much
It's
peace
like
and
yes, yes,
love,
yes, yes,
man, through
yes.
all
All right.
these
Nobody say yes.
this trauma times we in, all this different crazy stuff going on, man. We
Yeah.
all straight, man. We good.
Let's just
I
go for it.
ain't no worry, no fear up in here, man.
Okay.
Everything is good.
So
But
for 6 years ago, I found myself standing up in the mountains. I don't know where specifically in the mountains it were. It was just a vision, a very realistic one. I came running quickly on that floor. It looked like a basket floor or whatever. And I remember I was looking up towards the sun as I was screaming and shouting after Jesus Christ. Or I was actually just saying the Christ consciousness. And the sun just darkened into red and shifted energy and atmosphere around it. And then the sun, it did something. The sun right there, it started to like go with an outpouring, rippling, cosmic, rhythmic feedback of a pole shift. It like outpouring like a biblical event, God's spirit, like a God consciousness, what we call the Christ consciousness rhythm, rippling out of the sun and streaming down to our planet, into our sphere. And the earth was flooding and showering in this atmosphere. And I felt the wave coming in, And now this glorification or corpus transfiguration body occurred. The atmosphere was like changing rapidly, and the things of fourth density atmosphere was taking place. Things of I could hear people's thoughts. It was very mental and higher thinking. Definitely an vibratory effect on our body vehicles and the planet and in the atmosphere. And the sun was just pouring out and kept going. And the second wave was just stronger. And I was like moving into this fourth density. I've been in 5, 6 density in our dreams and stuff, but this one was more like physical. And I was heading outside. So let me just change this a bit. So I was heading outside to my right. And on my right side, there was a mountain area. Of course, just more mountains. There was a city, a lot of people freaking out, not prepared at all, not oil and lamps and spiritually prepared. But by the wind, atmospheric change in atmosphere, this tornado was just building up right in front of us. I had never seen a tornado before in my life. And then I saw shit here in this dream or whatever. The last thing I saw was this tornado sucking up the city and swallowing a person. And that's the last thing I saw. But I'm excited, for next year. Now we're gonna make the pages. Let me just show you this one again. Right now we're working a lot on. I mean,
Yeah, man. I love the David Wilcock, man. Much love, man. Man, we having this nice global connection right here from the West Coast, United States to Denmark. And this is a long communication on a live stream, man. Coming together in two whole other countries, two whole other continents. So yeah, man. Much love, everyone. One love, man. Check out that Ziggy Marley music short that I made today, man. That was on some good. Well, that was an emotional song, man. I had that thing on repeat a bit earlier today, not long after it was released, and it happened to come up in my feed, because I be checking out all the different Marleys, anything new come up with them, I typically see it. So yeah. Anyways, man, that's what I was saying. One love, man. That was some good. Man, Ziggy Marley did a really amazing job with that song, man. But yeah, hopefully our comments still work, man. I don't know if the comments still be working, but
so yeah, I was not trying to troll here. There was just coming an add-on here. I mean, it was just more of I'm preparing a 7-page comic book, and it's gonna be done by the end of this year, probably the beginning of next
right.
year. And I'm so
Man,
excited
you
for
got me. Man, you trying to outdo me over here.
it. Hello,
Man,
people. We just ended on the session 4, and yeah, I'm trying to
man.
spread this global, you know, witness that God He showed me and many other people across the world about the coming of the Son of Man. I got the Bible here, man. Got the Bible.
Nice,
So
nice, man.
that was a great session, brother. Should we end the
Yeah,
live here
yeah, for sure,
and pray?
man. I just wanted to see if, man, I can make anybody like laugh or something, man. Coming in here, and I'm like, bro, you got some shades on. Hold on, let me hit him with these lokes. You know
Yeah.
what I
But
mean?
go, bro. Let's have a prayer. Let's have a prayer, shall we?
Yeah, man. I'd really love to do a little meditation too.
Okay.
I think after having a law of one session, it'd be nice to have a nice meditation afterwards and just work on some breath work. Man, working on breath work feels so good. I love doing that, man. Like, just, especially after like just a good session of anything. So yeah, man, I think it'd be cool.
I'm just trying to set up some meditation ready. Just give me a second. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Instrumental soaking worship vertical line prayer mute. Skip in 20. Right. Skip in 20.
Oh,
Let's thank God for this session with a meditation together. Hello. Skip in 5. All right. Can you see me or what? Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, that didn't work. How do I? I'm just curious. Well, why is that not working?
all right. But then I
Um,
recall all you have done, O Lord. I remember your wonderful deeds of long ago. They are constantly in my thoughts. I cannot stop thinking about your mighty works.
this is interesting. Huh. Yeah, man, I think about to have a check out this thing though, real quick. I think this is funny.
Okay, maybe if I turn this away. Maybe like this.
you see, do you see that RV?
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
The camera. All right. Can you see me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
for
This is
sure, man.
the
I was just
meditation
seeing if
session.
can you see that?
Yeah. What's that? All right. Oh, there's two watching. Let's go for the meditation. Oh.
Yeah, definitely, for sure, for sure. I was just
Thank you, God.
checking out what happens with this. I want to see what happens if I do this. It still doesn't work very well, so I'm gonna go ahead and just turn off the green screen because I'm not able to get it to do what I want it to do right now. All right, man. Peace and love, everyone. Oh, man, it's been a good session. This worldwide connection we got going on, man. Two whole different side of the globe, man. It's been good. So yeah, we're gonna come in with a meditation now. I'm gonna turn down the volume on my phone a little bit here, and I'm probably going to shut off my camera actually, just while we do the meditation, and
Let's go.
I'm gonna work
Is it
on some breath work and a little bit, when I first start getting into my meditation here.
let's start with some breath. Let's take the first breath in through the mouth, out, wait, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's
Yeah,
do
for
that
me,
like
that's what really sets off my meditation is, just taking some deep breaths and kind of doing a little bit of light breath work and try to just not focus on any distractions, just let them just flow, let them go. All right, let the meditation session begin. Tap into the love, infinite creator. While in meditation, focus on finding the light, our single eye, where our spirit meets our soul. Much love, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna finish my meditation, but I'm gonna end this, yo. Peace and love, y'all.